Okay, once again we start at the bookmark page, which is here, and we're going to go to systems. I want to show you a little trick you can use with the predicting. So we get to systems, we go down to we can find predicting. There's the predicting system. We go into there. That's going to bring us up the images that we're going to use to help us. So we just come down the page to the bottom. Okay, so this is after the video. Now what's happening here is each different wheel section, so as you can see here, this is the A wheel section, and this line is the B wheel section, and so forth. There's a certain street that you're going to miss. So in this section here, this wheel section here, you will see these different numbers up the top. These are all the streets. If you're not sure what these mean, go back over here, go down to streets, or go into systems, go up to, let's bring that up, 3 streets, and you can have a look and then you'll learn all about it. Okay, so these are all the streets numbers. And what's happening is each street, if we go over to the casino, I'll just put the streets up. Okay, so that's the 3rd street. 1, 2, 3 street, number 4, 1, 2, 3 street, number 4, 1, 2, 3 street, number 4. So each street, oh, there should be one on there. Each street has 3 numbers, and there are 3 lots of streets, so there's 9 numbers. You're going to miss out 9 numbers if you take any streets. Okay, so we'll go back over to the image here. So that'll give you 9 numbers you're going to miss out. Now this wheel section here, there's also 9 numbers if we're not including the 0. It's up to you what you do with that one. So there's also 9. So 9 plus 9 is 18. So straight away you've missed out 18 numbers. Now what I've done is I've had a look and see which streets has the least amount of numbers in that section. And as you can see here, the number 3 street only has 1 thing in there. So when you miss out the 3 streets and this, you've got 17 numbers, and you've only got to go find 1 more to have your 18 numbers. So that's what the A and the 3 represent. A is the wheel section A, and the 3 is the streets. You would miss out the streets, those streets, plus you'd miss out all those numbers in there. Now the 3 street has the 7 in it, and as you can see here, so does the wheel. That part of the wheel section has the 7, and the 3 streets has the 7. So that means once you miss out all those numbers from those 2, there's 1 number that was in both of them. So what we need to do is to go into the cold numbers. So I'll shoot over to the analyzer, and we go to the cold numbers, these ones here, and pick 1 number from there which is going to fill the place of that number there. So you'll still have 18 numbers missing. Okay, now if you look in number B, or section, wheel section B, why did that happen? Come here, don't be afraid. You'll see next to that you miss out street 4. In section, wheel section C, which is this part here, you miss out street 3. And in the D, which is this part here, you can either miss out the 4 or the 2 streets. I put that first because the 4 has only that number, and the 2 has this number and that number. So it's not that much difference, but that's what you do. Now, how do you play this? Right. You go to the analyzer. Where is it? Here it is. And you look at the last 20 wheel sections, okay? And what you want to do is you want to look at the last letter, which is D. So you shoot over here, look at D, there's D. So you can miss out 4 or 2. So we go back over to the analyzer, and we have a look at the streets. Now that's right, the number 2 street has come up. So if I shoot over to here, the casino, I'll just change those. So as you can see, these are the 2 streets. We're going to miss out those streets. And as we see there, D And D, we're happy with D's coming into a new section each time. If it was doubling up, well, then you wouldn't do this. And if you can't see anything with there and there together, do a few more spins and get those a separate number each time coming out. But it's got to line up. That D and the 2 must line up. The last numbers out. So this is the very last numbers out. That was the last street that came out. So if we have a look, I mean the last wheel section. The last wheel section come out was here. And each new spin it's going into a new one. And the last street out was the number 2. So we'll have a look on there. The number 2 street was the last one out, which is why we're going to miss out those numbers. So that gives you 18 numbers. But once you've taken the 18 numbers, you've taken them out. Well, what we'll do, I'll show you. Hold on, just hold on 1 second there. Come over to here. Okay, I covered all the table with all the numbers, and this is street 2, so I've got rid of those numbers. Now I have to go over, and what are we doing? Have a look on the analyzer. It was D. Find the D. Okay, D, and we're missing 2. Oh, bloody hell. So now I'm going to get all these numbers. Now the interesting thing is, in this D section and the A section, you can use 0 as well. Because look, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So because that 2 is in there, and it's going to be in this one and the D section, well, we can just swap it with the 0. So that's something you can do. So now what I have to do is go over to the table. So I'll get rid of the 0 for a start. And now I'll get rid of the numbers that were from the D section. Okay, so we've got rid of all those numbers, and I just realised that the number 4 also was in that section. There he is there, so there wasn't 1, but there's 2 numbers. Shame on me. There's 2 numbers that you're missing from the 2 section. I mean the 2 streets. So we covered one with the 0, which doesn't really matter. So we have to now go to the cold numbers and find 2 more numbers. So if we go over to the analyzer and we look in here, just find 2 numbers. Now before we do that, another great tip is this: look for numbers in the cold numbers that are in the same street, like the 23 and the 24 are in the same street, the 28 and 29 are in the same street. If we look down here, so we were looking at we're looking for 23, 24, so is the 22 down here? No, because that'll form a complete street. The 28, 29 is the 30 down here? No. Okay, that's fine. Can we use anything from these? 16, 17, 33. 16, 17, 33. No, we can't really. So there's 2 numbers each from 2 different streets. Well, no, look. There's the 25 and the 27 from the same street. The 28 and 29 from the same street. And 13 and 15 from the same street. Oh look, and the 14's been a double. I'd rather that one. 13 and 15 have been cold numbers, and the 14 has been a double. So for him to come to be a treble can happen, but a lot less than just randomly taking a number off. So I'm going to get rid of the 13, 14, 15. So if we go over here, now see how he's already out. See how we've missed that street. Well, if they're cold, we might as well just change it. So we'll take those 2. So we'll swap them over rather than have all those numbers out. It's safer to do that, because even though this is not supposed to come up, the colder ones I find are more safe than just moving from one part of the wheel to the other. So we've still got that problem now of the 2 numbers. So 20, what would be the best? Should I take it from a cold? Should I take it from here? I think these here would be better, because for these ones that have come out 3 times to turn into numbers that come out 4 times, I would rather pick those than that. So I'm going to go 16, 17, 33. What do I need? 16, 17. I'll take the 33. We want 18 there. 16, 17. So I just did those, so I don't really want to. 25 and 27. The 27, I'll get rid of him. What was it called? 16. 6. It was a 6. 6 is already out. 33 is out. So I'll do the 25 and the 27. Right, that's my picks. And we've got 18 numbers covered. So you're not going to win every time, but let's give that a go. Basically what we're doing is we're getting that last letter there and that last number. If those two didn't line up, we wouldn't do it. We'd carry on, because this here is the highest probability of those numbers not coming out, which doesn't mean you'll be perfect, but we're going to keep on doing that same thing. Okay, on that one we won that one, so we won 18 chips. So what we'll do, put the 3 in, we go over here. Now you watch the D and the the streets. I'll put the 3 in. So now it's gone to A, which is what we want, a new street each time. A new wheel section each time, so that makes those, that's the way we want it to go. We don't want them doubling in, right? And then we got a new street. So you might have looked at this here and said, you didn't like that. There were 3 of the same streets. It wasn't doing a new one each time, but that's what you can do. You can actually go and put new spins up and get new numbers up to change that, because you're just looking for it to be a new street each time and a new wheel section each time. That's what you look for. Now the second thing is we look at A. So the A's now come up. If you were happy with doing this, you go back over here and you look at the A. The A says that it's number 3 street. So we go back to the analyzer and we have a look. A, we're happy. 1, that's not. It has not lined up. We do not do it. So now what we do, we have a free spin on the correct place. So we'll get rid of those. We will have a free spin shoot over to the analyzer, put the 25 in. Oh, now that's cold, isn't it? 25, that's just come out. Okay, we'll have a look. Now we have the D again, and we have a 1. So we go back over to the picture. D. No, it's not lining up. It's got to be a 2 or a 4. Got to be strict with this. You must be strict with this, because the whole idea of this is that we're missing out that section, because these streets in conjunction with it is 18 numbers, and these here have the smallest amount of the streets in them. Like the 4 has only got 1, but that means there's a whole lot more 4 streets out there. That's why we want the streets to say a new number each time, because it's going away from the last thing. Any bit of help we can give ourselves is good. So D and 1 is not good enough. We go back to the wheel and we spin it again until we get it lined up the way we want. Right, 19, we go back over to the analyzer, put the 19 in, and I already know that's a D. So D and 3, that's good, is it? Let's have a look. D and 3, no, D was 2 and 4. D wanted 2 and 4. So I don't like that. It's starting to do stuff that I do not like. So I would do a few more spins and put them back in. And what is going on there? Hold on 1 minute. Sorry about that. I clicked on the video to start playing. How rude of me. Now the whole point is this. We are going to have the letter and the numbers line up. So every time we have a bet, it's like this. The D's come up last and the 4's come up, we have a bet. Or the C's come up and the 3's now also come up, we have a bet. They're in line, and each of the results are, see this here, it's going to be a new one each time. It's going to be a new one each time. Now that's important, because after doing that 10 times, that gives you the most advantage. So you're going to lose a couple of games, but and the theory is you will win more, because there's a new street coming up, and that street's not going to come up, so those 9 numbers are safe, and a new letter's coming up, so those 9 numbers are safe. Yes, I know it's not exactly 9 and 9, but you'll put some cold in or whatever. So that's the idea of, so you have to make sure that you are playing this at that correct time. Now you can either sit here and play just that, or you can wait till it says that. While you're doing something else, you can just keep an eye on it. Oh, it's doing what I want. First thing, there's a new letter each time, and then there's a new number each time from the streets, and then the letter and the number, they are the correct ones that we're missing out. That's how you play. Of course, here's something for you to know. I'm so good to you. I'm just so good to you. Now let's look at this. What you can do is you come down here. Each time you do this, so you've got your wheel here, each time you do it, you would put, like that last one that I'd done, we won. So I won, didn't I? I had a win, so I won when I used that, and I won when I used this. So we go down to there. So that's gonna keep us on track of how good we are when we predict this and when we do it. And then we will look over here, and it's going to tell us we had 2 wins by things that we use to help us find the bad numbers. Now let me have a look. You can put it half wheel bets. You can use the half wheel bets because they're exactly the same as using the predicting. You're still doing the same thing. So we put there 1 win, and what that'll do is it'll come up to here and it will say, okay, you are 100% right with what you're doing at the moment, with what you're predicting, and you're 100% right with those 2 things. Now as you go along, and you might lose a couple of games, say in here you lost say 3 games, you lose three games, well, your score now tells you you're 25% at doing this. That's how good you are, which means if you're anything under 50, then you're losing money, so you know you need to go and work on it. Now if you look at these things here, okay, so you know you're bad. You had a look here, you only won 1 and you lost 3. You know you're bad. So if you go over here, and let's just put some things in the last wheel sections. I'll go in here and put a couple in there, right? So you look at this, and we'll go over to the streets and we'll put a couple of good ones in there. Now you go over here and you look and you think, you know, I'm very good. When I pick the streets, I'm actually very good at it. I had, say, 1 loss and I had 7 wins, so I'm very good. But when I pick the wheel sections, I am very bad. Look how bad I am. I lost 8 of them. I got it wrong 8 times, and I got it right once. That's where you have to work on. You have to go back to the look at when you're picking this, and just it helps you so much to work out where you're wrong and what you need to do to fix yourself. So as you look over here, this one here is for the systems, the total system wins, which are just these systems. So you lost 3 times when you had a turn, and you won once. So that's telling you you're crap. Over here, it's telling you that this is for what helps you pick the numbers. So you lost 8 times, you won once, and you won 7 and you lost once. But it's still telling you that's pretty bad. You got to fix that because you're only running at 47% winning rate, and anything under 50 is bad. So there you go. Have a wee play with that. Stick to those rules, and if you're not sticking to them, this is soon going to tell you, fix it. If you have trouble trying to fix it, send me an email and I'll help you out. If we decide after you and me working on this that you're no good, then don't use this system. It's not for you.